Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons and friends. Today is Let's Talk About It Tuesday. We have Laura Simmons, Ursula D. Allen, Margaret Green, Raymond, Mr. Energy, Shanita J., Celebrity Gossip. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.
Welcome
To Inspirational Talks with
to Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons and friends. We are in the building, y'all. We want to thank everybody that's tuning in. Oh, Father God, we thank you for letting us be here today.
Amen.
We thank all the people that watch us every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We thank you. And I thank my staff here that's a part of the show. I thank them for being present.
Yes.
And God, we thank you for the more and more and more views that we get each and every week.
Amen.
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 We love you too, Thomas Harris.
We love you.
Okay. So, guys, how was everybody's day today?
Great. I'm just watching this weather we got coming through here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
You're talking about tornado watches and tornado warnings in some parts of South Carolina.
mm-hmm.
Like,
okay. Okay.
But I had a good day.
But you had a good day. What about you, Ursula?
Super busy. You know, I just ran.
You just ran in the house?
Literally.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
Literally.
that's good. Well, I thank God that you made it in there
Amen.
safely, and I'm glad you made it on the show on time and safely. We
Yes,
we
ma'am.
truly appreciate it. Good evening to everybody out there. Margaret, so you want to start us out with a little bit of
real estate.
Real estate.
I'm just I don't really have anything in particular today. I just keep on reiterating the importance of buying versus renting. And I really hope that some people start taking it serious and start thinking about it when it comes to making a decision when they're saving their money. And tax time is a really good time when you're talking about buying, especially if you are one of those people who get nice, decent little returns on your taxes. That's a great time to look at taking that money and putting it in a bank until if you're in a lease, you can just say, okay, well, I'm gonna put this aside till my lease is up, and look at buying my own home instead of looking to rent another place. Look at buying your own home because, like I said, through FHA, the required down payment is only 3.5%. So you just do the math of what you actually can afford based on your rent you're paying every month, and based on your income and what you spend every month. Deduct all your bills and then decide, okay, this is what I can afford, and that way that helps you make a decision on what you can afford and what you can still save in the process, because you don't want to be buying a house and you don't have no money to still save for a rainy day. So you always want that rainy day fund to set aside too. So just keep that in mind, because I think it'll be when you think about it later on, you'll be glad you did.
Okay, cool. Good information. That's very good information. We're gonna read some of the comments because they coming in pretty fast, Ursula.
Thomas Harris said, I just watched. Yep, it's the tornado warning in Somerville. Where's Somerville at?
Carolina.
Oh.
Good evening, Danielle.
Oh, good evening, everyone. Good evening. But what about wanting rental properties?
I mean, you want rental properties, you just got to be prepared to make sure you can take care of those rental properties, and be ready to take the responsibility that come with it. Tenants can be you got good tenants out there and you got bad tenants out there. You got some who have a history of playing the system with landlords. So you just got to be informed. You just got to be.
Danielle said, "Great information, Margaret."
Great information.
Thank
Great
you.
information. So Ursula, what do you have for us today before we get started with our let's what is it? Let's talk about it
Talk about
Tuesday. All right. Y'all know sometimes my brain goes bleep. But yeah, before we get started with
All of us
let's
does.
talk about it Tuesday. Let's see what you got on Ursula. What you got? What you got? What you got, baby
okay. I'm just joking. I was just going with the flow. But two things I want to say. The first thing is a on a very serious note. I got here late last week, last show, so of course I didn't have a chance. But I wanted to just bring up the fact that, and I should have looked at the date again because when I knew it was like the day before. But last week they just passed the Emmett Till bill
Yeah.
that
I seen
made lynching against the law.
that.
My
Yeah.
thing is, okay, we hear you. It's illegal. But dude, you don't think it was illegal before now?
girl?
It took
Yeah.
Exactly.
y'all 1 million
1 million
years
years to
to
figure that
say
Hmm.
that it
part.
was illegal to lynch
Yep.
a person.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that just blew me away that
And,
up until last week,
but
it was
that's
still
that's
okay.
a thought. That's good because, but at the same time, you gotta look at it like this, Ursula. They wasn't even gonna do that until
Mhm.
and Biden's trying to keep a lot of his campaign promises.
It's very
So
sad.
good that he did do
Mhm.
that because they, if you leave it up to the states, they won't get it done.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's on a federal level.
What's
Frederick
up?
said, "What's up, Queens? Hey,
What's up,
Fred."
And
Frederick? How you
Frederick,
doing? Thank you for tuning
woo-hoo!
in. Thanks, and we want to thank everybody that's tuning in tonight. We love you guys. Thank you.
Okay, so I know I said I got two things, and I do
Right.
have two things, but I just want to make a little side note that Frederick. I've been reading Beatty's book, and I mean the first one is like I'm trying to savor it, like his poetry book, Tapestries. Dude, you can read it like because it's so interesting, and it's really like I like when because my book is kind of like short, not long, but you can
Mhm.
read it and sit and have a good read and keep it moving. So I'm reading his other, sampling the other book, but Fred's books are really good. What is the road less traveled and Tapestry? Um, I'm gonna tell y'all about it when I get done. I don't want to tell too much because I don't want to ruin Fred's thing, but I just want to give a little shout out. But my second thing is I was looking at what's the show, Laura? The Divas, Cocktails and Divas,
Oh, you talking
and
about with
Lisa Ray,
Ray?
Vivica
Yeah,
Fox,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
I
they were
never heard of
just,
it.
oh
yeah.
yeah, it's a
It's
cute little
it's
show.
yeah. It's similar to our layout.
Hmm.
Uh
It's
huh.
actually similar to our layout. Yeah, but
And
Okay.
they were talking about, but of course, everybody's still talking about the Will Smith thing,
yeah.
but they were
Yeah.
just talking about the fact that everybody is just saying, oh, Will Smith, and they're saying that he's now getting rejected from and postponed by some of his movie deals and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But
I heard
Yeah.
about that too.
they were just saying that nobody is
Perfect.
concerned with
Chris.
Chris Rock and his deal. And I think people are concerned, but I
Hmm.
think the point of it is that just everybody's making this huge thing about Will Smith. Like, what about Chris Rock?
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
I think the temperament of Will is making it is what's making it so big because they
Mm.
never seen him go off like that. They never seen Chris either, but they putting Chris and Will in a whole different. They got them in two different categories. Chris is a comedian, so he can say stuff out of on a whim. But Will, they have never seen him go from 0 to 100 like that on any level. Even his mama
Mhm.
said she never seen him do that. She never
Yeah.
seen him get out of pocket.
Honestly, y'all, I'm gonna just keep it real. I really just don't want to get at no more energy, and I'm sorry to feel that
Yeah,
way.
that's
But
true.
I'm like, I just done had enough of the Will and Chris Rock thing and this and that. Um, I just want to move on from it, honestly, and I say that because I'm just tired of hearing about
Yeah.
it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because they have not, let them they rich folks.
Process it.
They already rich folks. They rich folks.
Mm-hmm.
Let them fight, battle it
And
out
it's
like
really
rich
taking up
folks
too much
do. Mind process,
mind
right?
energy.
Yeah, because I seen somebody post a video yesterday, and they showed Chris Rock. He like was devastated when he first got
Yeah.
hit.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's enough.
Yeah.
Think it's enough.
Well,
Honestly,
actually, they showed quite a few of the clips after that of
yeah,
when he announced the different people awards. They said he looked like he was just still in shock. It wasn't. He just did look lost. That's what it was. And I saw some of the different ones. He did look like he was like
yeah.
he was trying to process
Process what
why
was happening.
what did I do?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like
Thomas
somebody said, it
Harris.
wasn't that bad of a deal.
Thomas Harris, I guess he's referring to when we were talking about the Emmett Till bill, said that
Yeah,
Biden only tried to do his job.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Fred said, if you like tapestry, you will love my next book of poetry. I love it, Fred. I can't, I did a book of poetry that I told you is getting edited right now, and I can't wait to yours is inspiring me because yours is awesome, man.
I'm gonna have to get it
Yes, you are. I think
because I like a
everybody
good
has heard
read.
enough. That's what Fred said
Yeah.
about Will. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on everything.
Thomas said
It
it was
was
fun.
phony. What was
I,
phony?
I
You talking
don't
about
think
that
so.
Will Smith thing? It wasn't phony.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
it
Everything
think so.
was.
wasn't phony.
Well, anyway, y'all, let's move on. Let's get our girl out here. Yeah, we're gonna just. I don't. Yeah, let's get our girl on out for today.
Who?
Oh, you'll see. You'll see in a
Time for
minute.
celebrity gossip with the one and only Shanita J. How you doing?
Hey, hated it.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Shanita J with Celebrity Gossip. This week, let's see, we're gonna get kind of messy, but not too messy. Let's start off by congratulating Jasmine Sullivan for her first Grammy.
Yeah.
She's been in the game for quite some time, and
Yes.
girl got some lungs on her. And this is her first time winning a Grammy. She not only took away one, but she took away 2 Grammys this year.
Jasmine Sullivan.
And moving right along, we got Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez in the news
Ah.
again. I don't know if you guys are keeping up with all of the allegations that are against Tory right now, and with Meg Thee Stallion, alleging that he shot her during an altercation. Believe sometime at the end of 2020, allegedly. That court case is still going on, but he was recently handcuffed today because he was not supposed to be within a certain distance, which they're both entertainers, so I don't know how that would even work unless somebody quits working until this case is over.
Right.
But in the meantime, I'm pretty sure he's going to bail out because the bond was only set for $350,000. And in further news, let's talk about Tyga and Black China and Rob Kardashian.
Uh-oh.
She recently said how she had to sell some of her vehicles because she's a single mother that doesn't receive any child support from either one of her baby's fathers. However, both of them hopped right on the post saying, well, I pay $40K. Tyga said he pays $40K for school and his son is with him Tuesday through Saturday. And then Rob came on with the same thing. Essentially, he keeps Dream as well, Monday through Sunday, So and he also pays her tuition for school, which is rounding out to be about $30K a year. So I don't know what she's trying to do or what kind of game she's trying to play, but sounds like she's got a pretty sweet deal with two fathers that are involved with their children. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoy the show. Bye.
Bye.
I didn't even know China had no kiss with.
Heard a little rumble, y'all. So when I sign out, y'all know why.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know China had no kiss with Tiger Woods.
I didn't know
Not
she
Tiger
did.
Wood.
Oh, she said Tiger.
Big Tickle, not Big Tickle. We sound so old. No, somebody named Tigger, he a rapper or something, but
Oh,
no,
okay. I
not
was
Tiger.
gonna say Tiger Woods. She got baby with Tiger Woods. I thought that's what you
No,
said. My bad.
he
My
probably got
bad.
cheering everywhere, but not with her.
Oh, okay. Okay, because that's what I thought she was saying. I didn't.
No,
Okay. All right.
no.
Well, anyway, y'all know today's question was what was it today? Anybody remember what the question was today?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me. Tell me what's the question. Let's see if
The
you remember.
question is, how long is too long
To
to
date.
be with a joker before you get married,
Be with a
before
Yep.
you
joke.
even talk about marriage?
Yeah. So how long is too long? What do you think? Let's start with you, Margaret, because just in case your storm come before you
Yeah,
get
because
your
it's starting
word
to
in.
rain and act up a little bit,
Yeah.
and I'm hearing a little bit of thunder. Um, Now say that again. How long is too long
To date
before you start
someone
talking about
to some
marriage?
marriage. Uh-huh.
It all depends. It all depends because I've heard young and old men say that they when they met their wife, they already knew that she was the one.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I heard an older gentleman just the other day said he knew his wife 3 months before he had proposed to her.
Mm-hmm.
So it all depends on the person and the relationship because some people know when they meet their spouse. Some people they think, but they're not sure. So it all depends because marriage can be talked about the first day. You know how little kids did when back, little children. Sometimes they're telling each other, "You gotta be my wife." They little and they talking about that. So you be
Mm-hmm.
surprised. So you really don't know. You just have to just play it by ear. And not only that, if you when you meet the person that you're dating, if that's the one.
Yeah.
Because everybody is not marriage material. I don't care what every man is not marriage material, and every woman is not marriage material. You
No.
know,
No,
so
there's
so
some women that should not never,
no,
ever,
some
ever,
women should not
ever
even
get
have
married.
kids.
Yes. Yep.
You know,
But reason why I said this, okay, so I don't know if you guys seen the Instagram page where it was a young man on April Fool's Day. He proposed to his girlfriend of
Oh, don't say
17
it.
years,
Don't say it.
17 years in front of a crowd of people, and then said April Fools to her.
ooh,
She walked away. She was so hurt. And I'm like, 17 years? You've been dating this woman for 17 years? Okay, by now you know if this is your mate or not. You
mm-hmm.
wasted 17 years of this woman's life and then turn around and do an April Fool's joke in front of a whole bunch of people. That's bogus. And then he said, April Fool.
Yeah, and the sad thing about it is, um, in some cases, I think she may have put herself in that predicament. And
Mm-hmm.
reason why I say that is, like I said, you have to set certain standards in a relationship.
Right.
If you allow yourself to be just continue to be dated and your own worth, because the
Mm-hmm.
women we know at least I know my worth,
Right.
and when you first if you know that this person is what you want to be with, then I think it's okay to give them a timeline. I really
Right.
do, because if you don't set guidelines for what you want for that relationship in the beginning, guess what? He's not gonna set a guideline of when he gonna say, "Will you marry me?" Because all he
Hey,
gonna do, I'm gonna tell you, this is what my dad used to always say: "Why buy the cow when you can get the milk free?" He used to say that all the
yeah,
time.
all
He
the
told
time.
us, he told his daughters that you don't want to be one of them women that you giving the milk away for free. So
Right.
so you have to set your own standards for the relationship, because some brothers will date you and live with you forever, and then you and them break up and they marry the next woman that they meet after you.
Yep. Yep. That
I
that
didn't think that happened.
that is
And
so
the
true.
other female got the kids and all, and she's still talking about, well, I don't understand why you didn't set a standard for that man. That
Yep.
woman told him, you're not moving in my place with me unless I got a ring on.
Yep.
So that's what happens.
Yeah.
You got to set the standards.
What you think, Ursula?
I think it is a case by case situation,
Hmm.
really. Because I think that age is a big factor.
Hmm.
and you I guess the time limit of how long you're gonna be in a relationship without even discussing it. And I say that because when I was younger, it really didn't matter. It was just like, oh, we just dating, having fun. And so, I'm thinking we're gonna get to know each other. It's gonna be some years, and then we'll even before we even consider talking about it.
Marriage. And that makes sense.
Um,
You're younger.
you know, but when I'm 52, I'll be 53 August 23rd. For anybody who want to get me a gift, August 23rd
You know what?
is my birthday, okay, guys?
Not to
All
plug a
right.
birthday for Ursula.
But it's always a plug
If
for happy
if
birthday,
they give me a late
Ursula.
birthday.
That's what it is, Laura. She mad because she didn't think of it. But
Yeah, exactly.
I want my birthday.
Yeah,
but
she didn't think about it ahead of time like you did.
right, that's
Okay,
what
I'm
it
gonna
is,
count
Laura.
mine now too. November
Give me my
18th,
money,
y'all.
sucker.
November
Get ahead of the
18th. November
ball. Get ahead of the
18th.
ball.
That's right.
Where's my money, sucker?
And I don't even know how old I'll be, y'all. And that's a shame because I forgot. I
You
actually forgot how.
54.
I have to do the math a
Will
lot.
I'll be 54.
Yeah.
You'll be 55 or 54.
I don't know.
Huh?
She said 54.
What
You
year?
sure I'll be 54?
I thought you was only a year older than me.
I don't know. What year you was
That's
born?
a shame.
What year you was born?
69.
Oh, I
69.
was born 68.
So you'll be 54 then. I sound like Chinese. Don't you think it? You'll be 54 then. I
Yeah,
sound
Hmm.
I
Chinese
cannot
again.
believe that. I'll be 54. But y'all know what?
Oh
I'm gonna
man, that's
find these
interesting.
pills. I'm gonna find these
67,
pills
68, and
because
69. Look at that.
yeah, I'm gonna find these
Okay.
pills that I need dear because they said there are pills out here for memory because my memory is so bad, y'all. It's not even funny, and I'm not even joking. I'm on a serious tip. And
Hmm.
I can't understand why is it like that. Sometimes I go through that where it's like I'll forget everything. I don't remember.
It's a pill they said you
So,
can take.
yeah,
I haven't tried it
it's a
yet.
vitamin. It's
Yeah, it's a vitamin. But I
mhm.
I forgot what the name.
What is it? Ginkgo? She forgot. You need to get some.
You need some too.
I need
I
some
see.
too.
I ain't the only one that need it. But
They
yeah,
have
but
something.
we
What
don't
is
want to
that?
talk no more about my age.
I know Ginkgo or something like that. They
Yeah, I
got
think it is.
that's a pill
Oh,
that
There's
you
I
can
thought
there's
take.
one called the girl
no,
from what's the name of that show that used to come on Third
whatever.
Rock from the Sun or whatever the name of that with
See,
the
you need
geeks.
one too, whatever it is.
The
You're gonna have
geeks
to find
used
you
to,
some.
she's an actual neurosurgeon.
Oh, you talking about
Um,
Blossom, whatever her
yeah,
name
her.
is. Yeah.
She endorses one particular one that actually is good for the brain and is good for the
Milo
liver.
Bianca or
She said
something.
because she
Yeah.
said it has the right ingredients for you, and it
Okay,
actually targets all different parts of the brain that's important. So
okay,
I
But
just
also do a little research
yeah.
because let me ask you a question. And I don't want to, I know we're doing a live show where there are millions of people watching. And so I wouldn't ask you
Amen.
if you are going through the change of life or have you. I wouldn't ask you that. But that's just something to consider when you're talking about your,
Memory,
memory
memory
yeah,
serious.
loss.
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
sometime it's
Mhm.
that. Sometime it could be that, and sometime it's generational. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
Mhm.
it could be
Yeah,
generational. It
yeah,
could be
Could be
stress.
stress.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it
Yeah.
might be just stress right
It's a
now for me
combination
because
of all of it.
I got
Yeah.
like a
Life
lot
and
going on right
some
now.
everything
So
can cause it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
So
And don't get them braids too tight either, because that'll
I don't. I braid my own hair, so I make sure that they're
don't
too
braid it
tight.
too tight then.
Yeah, I
So
braid it. Yeah, I
because
make
you
sure I don't
already
pull
ain't
my
got that
brain
much up
to.
there. So that'll
Yeah, it'll
that'll
mess
probably
with my brain. Yeah, I
yeah.
know. I know.
But anyhow, what I was saying,
Anywho,
anywho, what's another? Um so what was I saying? So y'all made me
Fred Beatty, we want to hear from you on this conversation here. We need to hear something from you.
oh,
Yes.
I know what I was saying. Okay, so since I'm older and I know a lot of what I don't want,
Mhm.
I'm not sure of everything I do want, but I know for sure what I don't want.
Mhm.
It's not as long of a time period. Not saying like TikTok, TikTok, but just saying like, who got time to play games? It's like
Right.
you coming through, that we're older, and
Mm-hmm.
so you need to come to the table
Bring your game.
with something as far as intellectually, spiritually,
Mm-hmm.
financially. Damn, spit came out like my mouth when I said financially because I meant that. But and we both,
Yeah. But you're
not
right though. But
Well,
yeah,
it's
not
true.
just
it's
me,
true. You don't
not
want to
just
be
him.
Well,
right. I
you
don't
know,
want to be getting into no relationship with somebody. You don't want to be getting into no
coming in with a
relationship
bunch
with
of bills.
somebody that's talking about they got credit card debt up the butt and yang yang, and then you looking at yourself and you like, okay, so I'm gonna settle with this person, and
There was a
now we're gonna really struggle together. You
yeah,
know.
there was a court case on I think it was Judge Maybelline show where the guy called off the wedding because he found out that his fiance had debt, bad debt, and he said, and she was upset because so she was suing him because she had already spent money on her wedding dress and different things. So she said, so the judge asked him, "Did y'all discuss this before y'all even before you even asked her to marry you?" And so of course, he was like, "Well, I didn't know about all this," and so in some respects, I do blame him because I'm like, if you was gonna ask that serious question, you should have asked that thing about her credit
That's
history
right.
a long
Did
time
some
ago.
research.
You
That's
know,
right.
and so he was like, I ain't taking on that kind of debt, and because if I get married to her, that debt gonna become my debt. And so he was like, he says, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I ain't getting married to her. I ain't getting married to her. So she asked him, do you love her? He said, yeah, but I just ain't gonna do that. I ain't doing that. He said, that's that she
Mhm.
created for herself. I was like,
If he
wow,
truly loved
Well.
her, he would have said, "Let's work on this."
right, yeah. But some
Mhm.
people like some people have conditional love.
Thank you,
Everybody don't
Stephanie
have
Rose.
unconditional love. Some people have conditional love.
Yeah.
I love you
Well,
only if I
I'm gonna
can do
tell you
this.
my personal opinion of that whole thing about that. Now, I feel like I think that wasting years like that many years with somebody, 17 years, that man wasted 17 years of this woman's youth, and he had no
Mm-hmm.
intentions on marrying her.
Nope.
And I just think that's you wasting somebody's youth away, and I don't think that's fair. I
Nope.
think that after I say the to me, my personal opinion, this is my
Mm-hmm.
personal opinion. I think that if you dating somebody and you give them, I would say, and I'm being a little probably
Generous.
some people probably say that I'm that's I'm rushing it, but I would say 2 years. You know if that person is for you or not.
That's
That's
not
true.
rushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You
I'm just
should.
saying,
You'll
some
know it
will
in six
say
months.
that,
But
but
2 years is good.
2 years is good enough. If you have not married that person within 2 years, or even thought about no conversation about it, or anything like that, and it's not even looking like it's going towards marriage, I think you're wasting that person's time. I
Yeah.
think that's where you should be like cutting cutting it off. I don't think that
And you should do some test questions.
yeah, I don't think that you should waste nobody. Like I was telling y'all about the guy who I seen on Instagram. He was 17 years with this woman. You dated this woman for 17 years. You humiliated her in front of a whole
All
bunch
those
of people
people.
by
Yeah.
telling them that
That's one of them
your
Bernie Mac
knee
moves where I'd
right.
be like,
He
I'd have
gets
to hit
on
him,
his knee in
buzz
front
his
of
head to the
all of
white
these
meat show.
people. Okay, he gets on his knees in front of all these people, and then tell her, I'm gonna tell everybody I'm getting ready to marry this woman. Okay, so you telling them you're gonna marry, and then turn around and say April Fools. 17 years. That's not fair. That's not
I,
fair
Laura,
at
but
all.
you got to go back to what Margaret said. Yes, what he did was dirty, and you didn't hear her when she said she was gonna have to bust his head to the white meat if that were her, and I have to agree. But
I
my
would.
point, if you know what she said, that woman sat there
Thank you,
for
Stephanie and Danielle.
17
Hmm.
years. That's
Good
the
luck.
sad part, which
Yeah.
Mhm.
means that there are more issues than we see. You know,
Right.
Mhm.
there's some low self esteem playing, no low self worth. Because the
Mhm.
thing is, like you said, some people might say 2 years is short. Let's say that. Let's just
Mhm.
say that. But
Mm-hmm.
okay, so maybe 5 years. But dang on it,
Give me 5 years.
5 years. I ain't gonna wait
I'm
around
gonna,
for
I'm
that
gonna be
I'm
long.
just
honest with you.
saying though.
I didn't give my husband a whole year. I told him after. I said if we ain't married after I came after I said if we ain't married in the next 6 months, then I'm going back home. I ain't playing because you know why? I did not want to become one of those because I already knew he was gonna marry. We had already got engaged, but I wasn't gonna be in no long engagement. You playing these games? I ain't had time for that
Mm,
because my time is just as precious as his. And that's why I
yeah.
said women have power, whether they realize it or not. We have power, and that we can say, okay, either we're gonna do this or we're not gonna do this.
Now I ain't
Because
gonna rush you. I ain't gonna rush you. I
no, I'm
don't
not
want to
gonna rush
rush
you.
you to put in because that makes for a bad marriage right there. When you
But you
rush
know what?
somebody
A
into
lot of
something like that,
times,
sometimes that
Give them
rushes them.
ultimatums. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
but you know what? Sometimes when you wait a long time and then you finally marry that person, you notice how some people who been dating each other 10 years and they finally get married, their marriage only lasts 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's because they, it's like, I'd rather take the time and be married to you to learn and we grow together and learn each other together in
Mm-hmm.
the beginning instead of waiting till I've been dating and married, been living with you and all this other stuff for 5 and 10 years, and then you finally decide to marry me, and then we only stay married 2 years because I found out this and you found out that, and I found I couldn't tolerate you. You never know the person until you marry them. I don't care how long you've been dating them or how long you've been living with them. You never know the person until you say I do. When you say I do, the paper, I'm telling you, the ink ain't even dry good before you can know that person's true ID,
Oh yeah. Oh,
personality.
oh yeah.
And
That's very true. That's a.
and that
I
and that
think
will determine
I
if you
think
want to
all
stay with
three
them or
of
not.
us have either married or been married before. Yeah, you've been
I've been
married before.
married, but let me say this to all of the eligible um
Oh, bachelors.
men watching. I am single. I am divorced. I love the Lord. I got a job. I got my own house.
And Stella looking to get her
I
groove back.
mean, hey, and if you want more details,
And look here,
please reach
giving
out.
them all that
Contact me,
information.
slide in my DM, and we'll talk about it
You better
further.
be
Don't be
careful.
giving
You
them that
might get the
information. You
wrong
tell them you're in an
one.
apartment. Don't you tell them you got your own stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Because you got some cougarettes out there too.
Child, look, I get approached by them cougar every day. I don't want
Actually,
them.
they wouldn't be cougars. They would be what, lions?
The
Lions.
Lions and
cubs.
then liars.
The cubs. I don't want no I don't want first of all, let me tell you what I get.
Stephanie said,
Stephanie said Ursula is killing. I'm sorry, still. No. Look,
Yes.
no,
She talking about
listen.
something looking, going her DM. Then they start getting in her DM. She ain't gonna be liking it. She gonna be like,
I
girl, do
mean,
you know
I'm
how
gonna
many
weed it
creepy
out.
people, been in my DM? That's what
That's
she gonna
right,
be
but I'm gonna
saying.
weed them
And there's
out.
some
See,
creepy ones out
I'm a
there,
Google.
yeah,
I'm
sister.
a
it
weed
is.
them out. But look here, let me tell you what I get, y'all. I
What
either get the babies, they be like in they 30s. They be like, "What's up, mom?" I'm like, "You right, mom. I got a son.
you
My youngest son is 27 years old. What are you talking about?" I either
Could you
get that,
imagine bringing somebody home that age?
I get that, or either I don't get the in between, y'all. I either get the babies that's like in their 30s, or I get the ones that's 69, 70 years
With
old.
no
They be
teeth.
like, "What's up, baby?"
The ones
And
with
no,
no
I
teeth.
here you go, y'all. Is your husband man? I'm like, if you don't get up out of him
Yeah.
with that
He said he
1922
want to be
Sugar
your sugar
Avery,
daddy.
honey, please. They can't be. My father is gone, long
That's
gone,
right.
and the
Sweet,
only other
sweet,
father is in
sour.
heaven.
Yeah.
That's
Honey,
it.
please.
I'm gonna
It's
be
like,
your
no,
sugar daddy,
I ain't got
baby.
time for that.
No, baby. No, I'm straight. I don't use sugar. Look, I use what you call that stuff? Equal. I don't use sugar.
Well, I use stevia. That's better.
Yeah, I use stevia. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
I
better.
use some honey. That's it. Honey, baby.
Honey, I'm good.
Raw
I'm
more
good.
bees with honey.
I want the ones in between.
The juleps.
Maybe we should do a dating show here, and I'm the only available candidate. I can do that. I'll be okay with that.
Okay, maybe
I'll
we
be
could
okay.
do that. We'll do a dating game, and any
And then
other
weed out
young
the ones and
ladies.
we say, okay,
Yeah,
we see
any
what
other
you
young
want.
ladies that might be interested in.
Not
coming
on my
and doing-
show. They have to wait. Yeah.
Not on your show. I'm talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
We'll do it. A matter of fact, starting next, probably Thursday, we have gotten a few letters that we're gonna read, where people asking questions and stuff.
Oh,
So
cool.
I got a few letters that just recently came in. I didn't do it today because I didn't get a chance to print it out, but we're gonna read some of the letters that I have gotten, and
Okay.
we're gonna answer them. We're gonna answer them back as best we can.
Okay, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna
We're
be
not
fun.
professionals here, but
Yes, we
will
are.
answer-
Yes, we are.
Oh, Dr. Ursula and Dr. Margaret. I'm
That's
not.
right.
I'm just gonna laugh, y'all, because I'm
Give you that hood wisdom.
oh,
There
That's
you
what
go.
you're gonna do.
Right, right.
And what
Now,
you ain't gonna
what you
do.
ain't gonna do.
What you ain't gonna
wait a
do.
minute.
What you ain't gonna do. But anyway, yeah. So, but that's my personal opinion on that. I think that wasting people's time like 17, that's a long time. That's a long time to
She
actually
She didn't
waste
have to
somebody's
wait
time.
though. I'm sorry, I
she
can't leave that
didn't,
part
but-
alone.
Right, you're right. She didn't have to, but she did. And because she did, I just think that it's just, I don't know. I guess.
No,
you're
it
right.
was wrong what he did.
Yeah,
that
it was
real.
wrong.
That was bad.
was
But especially in
bogus.
front of all her friends and family like
No,
that.
it wasn't her friends and family. It was strangers. He was doing this in
Oh.
front of strangers.
He
And
just
it
wanted to
was
get it on
live.
film, yo.
Yes.
Oh
And it
man,
was,
see,
it
I
was
would have to kick him in the
Instagram
head.
Live.
Because
Yes.
when he got on his knee to tell me,
And he thought it was
I would have kicked him in
hilarious.
his head. I'm sorry.
Yes, he thought it was hilarious what he had did. He was sitting up there and she walked away. You could see the hurt in the woman's face. She
I
walked
bet
away.
she was.
And I'm like, oh my
But
goodness.
how much y'all want to bet though that she was back at the house that evening?
Oh, I'm sure she was. But you know what? That wouldn't have been able to be me because
See, men,
he had
some
to
of these
did
men
that
gotta be
crap in
careful
front of
now.
all
Some
those
women-
people like that and on Instagram too.
Mhm.
I would have found me a bottle or something, went upside his head with it right there.
That's what I'm
and
talking
then
about.
I'll walk away.
It's like, no, you ain't finna embarrass me like this.
No, because that's very embarrassing. I'm just
Because do you know how cruel that is? Because April Fool's joke is meant to kind of just be like,
funny,
but
right?
right.
But not
You
to
took
hurt
something that
nobody's
you
feelings.
knew meant the world to
Girl,
me.
yeah, she was crying.
I'm
The
sure
one-
she
He was
was.
crying when he was asking her to marry him. He had got down on his knees and everything, and she was crying. She was crying.
So I know that cut
And
her
she
to
was
the
like,
core.
yes.
Oh,
And then all of a sudden he said, hey everybody, April Fools. Everybody was like, congratulations. Oh, that is so cute. And then he said, well, everybody, that was April Fools. And he started laughing. And she was like this. She did just like that and walked away. Ain't no way.
and you
No.
know what I would
Oh, I'm
do?
telling you,
I
he
would
would've
put
got
that
hit in the head.
antifreeze
I'm
in his food. I put that antifreeze in his food from now on,
Don't
and
be
then call the what you call and be like, oh, he need resuscitate. Be like, April Fool. Be like, no, sorry. Stephanie said, okay, now I know what y'all talking about. That was wrong. That was wrong.
Yeah,
That
it was wrong. And
Steph.
she was crying. You could see the tears running from her face as she was walking away. She was really upset. But
Did they have
you
any
right,
kids
Ursula.
together?
I don't know, but you're right, Ursula. She probably was back at the ranch with him that same night.
That's what I'm saying, because it's big. It's bigger issues at play
then
here because she
needs to be
stayed
careful
with
then.
him.
He
No,
needs to be careful.
you know what? He not. You He's not worried about that. You know
That's
why?
true.
Because you see what I'm saying. You got to know who to do that to. Just like you said, your husband, he knew who he was dealing with. He
Yeah.
knew,
You know you
like
was
you said, you set
crazy.
the standard.
He knew that. That's
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I'm just saying though,
yeah,
he knew who he was dealing with. He
Like,
knew he couldn't be BSing
ain't
you
doing.
around for no 10 years. Just
yeah.
like my
They say
husband gonna
I
know. He
start
gonna
twitching.
know.
Oh man, that's it.
I thought you was hold on. I want to say this to you, Ursula. I thought you
Uh,
was engaged to Malcolm Jawar Warner.
I
Liar.
am. But
You
Malcolm, let
just
me tell you
lied on
something.
her.
First of all, please don't call me a liar on the air. But Malcolm is taking his time. I love Malcolm. I
That's what
call him
happened with him and
Theo.
Regina King. That's why she left him alone.
Exactly. Me,
'Cause he
look,
played
me and
too many
Gina,
games.
we good, but
Y'all good?
because that's right, because I told her I took him from her.
Huh?
But Malcolm, he dragging his feet. But
But we just seen you with Ye a couple of
you
weeks
just did
ago.
you see me or did you hear me?
Mm.
Okay, thank you.
We
You see
heard
how
you
folks be
talk.
lying? You didn't
We
see
we
me.
heard
When
you
you
though. You was
said
with
Thank you.
Ye. You
He's
kept
a
saying
friend.
hey Ye in the background.
I was
So
like,
that just
hey,
you
yeah.
know
mhm. Yeah, so
you got issues.
Malcolm Jamal Warner, if you're listening, she's cheating on you. Okay.
No, Malcolm.
Just
No,
thought I'll let you
Malcolm.
know.
No,
But
Malcolm. You know the real baby.
but you know what? Looking at that guy, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Looking at that guy, he probably a player anyway. He probably was cheating on her. He probably a cheater anyway. That's probably why he now
It
getting
doesn't
back
matter.
at her.
And you know
Yeah.
It
what?
does not
The thing
matter.
about it is, we women have those certain instincts and
Instincts.
those women intuitions that we know when something ain't right. We know when the person
Hmm.
it don't really mean us no good,
When
but
the
a lot of times
cornbread
we
ain't
do
really
not
done.
pay any attention to it sometimes. And that's the sad thing about it. And when we don't pay no attention to it, that's when we sit up there going, man, I wish I had followed my first mind.
Exactly. That's what I
You know?
always do.
Yeah, we know when the cornbread ain't completely done or the egg
No,
is still
yeah.
boiling. Yeah, we know. Yeah.
First time, and then when you got them ones that's crazy and they ones hiding in the bushes,
Hmm.
you
Oh,
need to you better
I've
cut that
been there
brother loose.
before.
Yeah,
I've been
I've
there
been there.
before.
I used to do that too. I did that
Yeah,
before.
I've been
I
there
ain't even gonna
before.
lie. I used to do that. I
Yeah,
used
you
to
know,
do
Hide in
that.
the bushes.
I've done that before, huh?
I've done that before too.
Yeah, I've done that before with
So y'all
Twinkies
both
and
cray
everything.
cray.
I had my Twinkies and my chips and everything, and I was actually sitting there watching.
Let me
Yeah.
tell y'all something. When I was younger, when I was in my my when I had my daughter when I was 19.
Hmm.
Um and I was in my early 20s before I got married, even though that's a whole other show. But before I got married, man, I used to hide in the bushes.
Yeah.
I can't even tell y'all on the air some of
The
the stuff I've
crazy stuff
done.
that you
Oh
done.
my
Yeah, I know.
God.
Cause I was
Because
the
I
same
was
way.
young. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah, I know what you
saying?
mean.
Yeah.
I
And
had this situation like that when I was young. And I was what, 15, 16, something like that. And the little
Hmm.
boy tried to claim that he was acting like he was my boyfriend, but he tried to be slick, tried to go date the little girl across the street when I went in the house. And I saw him. So when I came in the next morning, when he came on to my house, come popping down the driveway, down the walkway, I said, "Don't come over here talking to me. I saw you over there." And see, because the way our
Hmm.
house was at the time, we had a second floor porch, and you couldn't see us on that top porch, because it was the tree. It was a
The
big
tree
tree in
was
front of
right
it,
there.
so
Yeah.
you couldn't see us. So it was dark. So I saw him
Mhm.
when he went over there. And so I said, "I'll fix you." And when the next day he gonna tell me, "No, I want to see you lie." No,
And she probably threw a
talk
brick
to you.
at him because she was known for throwing bricks.
And that's exactly what happened. He tried to swing out and hit me, and I hit him with a 2x4. And we ran in the house.
I'm telling you,
I
she
sure
was
did.
she was
And he
known
was
for
standing up there
she'll be sitting on
talking about,
the
you better not
ground
come outside.
breaking
You better not come
rocks
outside. No,
up.
you playing with
She
me.
breaking
No,
her
I hit him
brick
with a
up.
2x4.
She
I
breaking
ain't
her
playing.
brick up. I'm finna get this nigga.
Like, I'm not playing. Don't play with me. Like, you can go
Yeah,
right on back across that street. I don't care.
she was
when we talk
crazy.
about intuition, I went with my daughter's dad, right?
Hmm.
When we were dating, and he was just a big liar. He was just a huge liar, and we was engaged and everything. And so one day it was snowing, and I
Hmm.
was here, and he was supposed to come over to see me and my daughter, and he was like, oh no, I'm just gonna stay in the house and you
Mhm.
know, me and my brother, we just go I'm like, oh,
Chill.
okay. Right. So I'm telling when I tell y'all follow y'all intuition. Y'all hear me, ladies? Follow your intuition because God not only uses it in the cases of your husbands or
Mm-hmm.
your
Mm-hmm.
children.
It is.
He gives it to us to use in different situations. There could be an accident on the road that
Mm-hmm.
God is trying to help you to avoid, or
Mhm.
danger. Just follow
Mm-hmm.
your intuition. But I just had a feeling like came on me like a rush. And when I tell y'all, this is no lie. My boyfriend at the time, he had this piece of paper on his like his little desk right at his house.
Mhm.
And I seen it 1 minute. I promise y'all, 1 minute. I didn't write nothing down. I didn't even know it was a number that I should remember. I
Mhm.
saw the number, because what fool gonna leave a number out?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That you supposed to have a girlfriend. I saw the number and I was like, oh, whatever. And that was like 5 months before this day. That
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
in that moment, God said, call this number. I promise y'all, I called that number. This lady answered the phone. I said, can I speak with Tim? That girl said, hold on. I
Why?
was looking around. It was the craziest thing ever. This man shamed me so much on that telephone call. Of course, it was over.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, follow your intuition.
Intuition. Yeah. Because
It's
there's a lot
real.
of them out there like that. It would.
Oh
I
yeah.
recall some of those little dramas. Oh my gosh! I remember this one person when I was younger that he was crazy. First of all, he was crazy to begin with. And I remember he wanted to control me. He wanted to control. No, no, you can't talk to your cousin on the phone. My cousin and I was very very close at the time. We used to talk about everything. So she would call me all the time at a certain time of night. So this particular night she called, he was there. So he took the phone and hung up on her. She said she called back and she's like, "Do I need to come over there?" She said because I don't get that. But it was because he wanted to control the situation. But he was so bogus. Um, they my one of my
Y'all,
sisters had told me
I
about.
think I'm gonna probably have to sign out because it's
Okay,
getting real rough out here.
okay, okay.
Be safe.
All
So
right, be safe, and we'll talk to
I'm
you.
over here by that window too. I don't trust
Okay,
that. So,
okay,
but
all right,
I'll holler at everybody later. Y'all be safe because I'm definitely gonna be safe. Because it's getting rough here in South Carolina.
okay.
All
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 right,
right,
right.
all
all right.
right.
Love
Talk to
y'all.
Prayers
you. Love
up.
you.
I love
Love
you
you too.
too.
Too. Uh-huh. Yeah, and so the crazy part was that come to find out he had took my car and used my car to take some chick out to dinner and to a movie with my car. And how I found out was because one of my sisters worked at the salon that the lady that he was messing with was at.
Oh
And
my God.
that's how she found out. And when she found out, she told me about it. She was like, "Oh well, is this the same person?" And so and so and so and so. And I was like, "Yeah." So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you get that intuition about things.
Yes.
When you get those intuitions, you must you gotta pay attention to them because
Yes.
hmm yeah,
Because when you don't, you end up regretting it. Danielle said, "Be safe, Margaret." Yes, pray y'all.
we
Everybody,
gotta pray
y'all
for
say prayers for her.
her. Yeah, because they usually have it bad down there when they had those storms like that down there.
Yeah,
But
we got
yeah,
some pretty crazy weather right now too, but it's all good for right now. But
hmm
yeah, we have to follow our intuition because when you don't, a lot of time I know everybody has had those moments when you say, "Oh man, I should have listened to my intuition,"
yeah,
and you
yeah.
end up regretting it.
And then later saying, "Hey, why did I not do this and why did I not do that?" And yeah, it's just so true. It's sad. It's sad, but it's true. You
It
know.
is. When I the night listen, this is so crazy right here. This be embarrassing. It was embarrassing. It's not embarrassing to me now because I'm grown, and I know I was a child when I got married. But the night I got married, So my mom and my dad said I'm against this because when I got okay, so me and
Oh, they
my
both said they were against it?
yeah, my I grew up in a anyway. I had my mom is still living, my dad is deceased, but I grew up in a different time in the South. Um, my family, some of their beliefs, but anyway, so Danielle said, "Wow, I know, right? Follow your intuition." Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So my husband, when we decided we were going to be married or whatever, he went away, and the deal was supposed to be when I finished college, that then we were going to get married.
Hmm.
So he went to basic training, and when he finished basic training, he came back and said, "No, I want to go ahead and get married now." It didn't feel right in my spirit,
But you
but
did anyway.
you're right. I was like, okay, I want to be married. Every girl want to have a husband. And
Hmm.
so it did not sit right with me, but I just went against it. But I went and told my mom immediately, and she was like, "No, you're not ready. You're not ready.
Hmm.
We don't really know this man." And I knew him. I knew him for a long time because he was best friends with one of my best friends. So I knew him for a long time. But what they call it 2020 hindsight, I really didn't know him.
Right, right.
So we went on. My mom and dad didn't. It was me, my ex-husband, and two of my friends. When my mom and dad didn't come to the wedding, I should have known. But anyway, that's anyway.
Oh, you sound
Um.
like what's that name? Gutia from the game. Remember her parents wasn't showing up at the wedding because they didn't think Derwin was for her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So the night I got married, I was sitting in my husband's because he was home on leave, so he was while he was here staying with his mom, and I remember sitting in the dark, and he went to talk to his mom. Now, not to this day, I learned what they were talking about. They were in there. She was telling him, "I don't like that girl." I didn't
Wow.
know it then, but I learned many years later. But while I was sitting there in the dark, I'll never forget. I had on this black dress. I was sitting in the dark, no lights, and I don't even like the dark. And the spirit came to me and said, "What are you doing? Why are you here?"
Yep.
And I looked around because I'm like, "What in the world is going on right now?" And I was like, "What am I doing? What am I doing?" And I was in there like 15 minutes by myself, just sitting there. And I kept fighting the urge to get up and go home.
Hmm.
And I didn't. And he came back, and and I left. We left after he came back or whatever. But I was so uneasy or whatever. And let me tell you, he left the next day. He had to go back to his post. The whole thing was wrong from the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
But
And you knew it. You
I
knew it,
knew
but
it.
you didn't. You just wanted to just say you was married. Basically, that's what it sounded
Hmm.
like. It sounded like you just. And there's a lot of women like that, though. There's a lot of women out there, a lot of men out there. The same thing. They just want to say they're married. But I would say this. I don't think that. I think that when you date somebody, you really the first 6 months you should know. Then really, honestly, you should know then
Honestly,
where
you
this
should.
relationship is going.
You
If
should.
it's one of those relationships that you should continue on to end, or should you just cut it short right then and there? Actually, those signs are there, and they usually are really right on the money when you get those signs of those feelings and
Absolutely.
red flags and the phone calls. It's so funny when you was talking about the phone number on the whatever.
A
um
desk.
the desk. You remember? Do you remember Love Jones? And he
Yes,
had
my
that
one of my
girl's phone.
favorites
Right, he had that girl's phone number on the
on the
refrigerator,
refrigerator.
and plus she called him late that night.
Yes.
That was like a red flag right there. But you know what? She tried to ignore it for a while, and then she finally just gave up on it, and she was like, I'm through with this. But that's
Mm-hmm.
usually what happened. A lot of times we get a whole bunch of signs, we don't follow the signs, we keep on, we think that it's going to get better, we think that oh yeah, it's just he really loved me, but just things is he got a lot on his mind, and we make excuses for them you
Oh,
know
of course, that is what my book is about. Oh, my book is. Let me tell you about these other
these
foods.
other
Where my
foods.
camera? Where's
Yeah, I
my
was gonna
camera?
say that, and I was gonna mention the fact that you got all those different characters. And if you guys have not gotten her book already, you might want to pick it up. It's called "Let Me Tell You About Those Other Foods."
Mm-hmm.
And she in that book, she have like different women that's in the book that show like different sides of how we become fools to some of these relationships. you know we actually become fools to some of the relationships that
And
we
we've
get.
all been there.
Yep,
We've
we all been
all
there.
been there.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not just it's not you, it's not that
Right.
person, it's everybody. We all done been there.
Right.
Yep.
Right. It's just
Yep.
part of life.
Yeah, it is. It
You
is a
can't
part of life.
appreciate the sunshine if you don't see the rain.
Yeah. Yep. You got to go through the storm to get through to the sunshine. Yep.
Amen.
Yep. But you guys know the time is winding down, and we want to tell you guys thank you for following, watching our show today. If you have anything you want to ask, a question or whatever, feel free to send us an email, a letter. We welcoming letters into the show. Like I said, I got like 2 letters already that I already got. That's gonna be one of them is going to be read on Thursday, and then the other one probably be next Tuesday. We'll read that next the second one on Tuesday. But yeah, it oh my gosh, I think that long-term relationships and dating and things like that and marriage is a big step.
Yeah.
Um don't let nobody get you into no web and you decide that you're going to marry somebody because you're desperate, because it's a lot of
Right.
women that are desperate, a lot of men that
Yes.
are desperate. You
That's
find
right.
more women out here than men, but a lot of they get so desperate that it's like they feel like their time is running out,
That's right.
and so they just run and they get with somebody that they really don't care about. And so you be careful about that out there, and don't waste years with nobody that and don't show no love, that their intentions is to move further. Don't waste your time with them.
That's right.
You know.
That's right. You don't have to settle because God's timing is perfect.
Oh yeah.
I'm 52. Like I said, I'll be 53. And sure, I want to be in a relationship. Could
Hmm.
I be in a dysfunctional relationship? Yeah, I could. Any woman can get a man,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
It's
And I
just that, is that
yeah.
the quality of
um,
relationship you
yeah.
want?
And I'm 23, and yeah, it's been I'm
She
23,
flipped it. She flipped it
it's
somewhere.
been it's been a road, but yeah, it happens to all of us. You got to go through the storm, like she said. You got to go through the storm to get to the sunlight, and so don't give up on love, y'all. And, for those of you that's not in a relationship, you're not married yet or whatever, don't give up on love.
That's right. That's right.
So love is God. So remember that.
Amen.
Keep that in mind.
Amen. God got us.
Yep. So thank you guys for tuning in to Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons and Friends. I am Laura Simmons, and Ursula D. Allen is the last woman standing. Margie said something.
Margaret said, don't settle. Know your worth. Love yourself enough. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. I
exactly.
am enough.
Enough. That's right. And that's one of the sayings now that people, they say, I am enough. And
That's right.
Show yourself love.
If you don't think so, you're dismissed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This
No,
like old time. This what we used to be, me and you.
yeah. Me and you, Jody.
It
So
was
guys,
fun.
yes it was. And I hope you're safe, Margaret. And we want to say thank you everybody for tuning in to Inspirational Talks with Laura Simmons and Friends.
Yes.
Please share and tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep it moving, y'all. We love you guys.
Love you.
All
Bye.
right, good night.
Good night.
Good
Love.
night, sweetheart. It's time to go.